2020 was a massive year for me. Hope you guys have seen my 2020 recap I posted a couple of weeks ago at the end of December. But 2021 is looking to be about 10 times bigger. I've got some insane, literally insane goals this year, adventures, some athletic achievements, a bunch of stuff that I'm super psyched for, and I just wanted to share with you guys here on YouTube, not only to keep me accountable, but also to hopefully get your guys' support, because you guys have been nothing but supportive so far, and I think I will need every last bit I can get with some of the big goals I have for the year. I plan to travel a lot this year if COVID allows, but most of my major goals are actually in Western Australia, here in my home state. I have 6 major goals that I hope to achieve. They're all revolving around adventure, athleticism and fitness, and some of them are pretty gigantic, and some things that I've been looking forward to doing for so many years and only kind of now feel ready to tackle them all at once. I don't think anyone ever has done all of the things that I want to do this year in a single year, so hopefully I'll be the first. If you guys know anyone who has completed even a couple of these in the same year, let me know. I'd love to hear about them and hopefully chat to them as well to get some advice. Without further ado, here are the 6 major goals I have for 2021. My biggest goal this year is something really close to my heart and something that I actually started tackling at the end of 2020, and that is to hold the up and down records for all 6 Stirling Range mountains. If you didn't know, in the Stirling Range National Park, a couple hours south of Perth, there are 6 climbable mountains, and I aim to be the fastest person up and down all 6 of them, and I want to hold all those records simultaneously in 2021. I currently hold the up and down records for Mount Toolbrunup and Mount Trio, but there are still 4 major peaks, including the big boy Bluff Knoll, that I'm yet to even attempt, and hopefully this year I can knock the last 4 off the list while holding on to my previous records and hold all 6 at the same time. As you guys know, the Stirling Ranges are my favorite place in the whole world, and to basically be at the pinnacle on the leaderboards for every single mountain would just be something that I'd be really proud of, and honestly something that I've been thinking about for a very long time. Nothing is stopping any of you awesome athletes out there here in Perth and Western Australia from attempting some of these records as well. I would love a good challenge, and obviously holding all 6 at the same time is going to be a massive challenge, especially if I have to reattempt some of them when you guys inevitably beat my records. But looking forward to the challenge, and follow along here on YouTube and my other social medias, because I'll be giving updates on my training and my attempts all throughout the year. On to my second goal of the year, which is somewhat related. It's also in the Stirling Range National Park, my favorite place in the world. And that is to walk the Stirling Ridge Walk. The Ridge Walk is one of the only of its kind in Western Australia, and it's almost a half marathon in length with almost 2,000 meters of climbing, and it's one of the most spectacular hikes you can do in the state. Unfortunately, it's been closed for over a year now due to the major bushfires in early 2020. So I've been hanging out for it to reopen, and I've heard whispers that it will be reopening sometime in the middle of 2021. And I've already made plans with a good friend of mine, Shannon Daly, to hit up the Ridge Walk as soon as it's opened, and I can't wait to conquer that and share it with you guys. Next up it's going to be my longest hike to date. I plan to walk the Cape to Cape track down in the southwest region of WA. I've been hanging out to do the Cape to Cape for so long. A lot of my mates have done it in the last year, and it just looks like an unreal experience. I've spent a lot of time in the area in Yallingup, Margaret River, and all along that coast. It is so stunning. The walk is about 130 kilometers, so no easy feat, but I do plan to give it a good go and try and complete it in sort of 40 hours or so. To give myself a real challenge while also being able to experience all the beauty that the Cape to Cape brings. So completing the Cape to Cape will be the longest hike I've ever done when I complete it in a couple months hopefully. But the 4th goal for this year doesn't really compare to any other hike in Western Australia, certainly not the Cape to Cape. You might have guessed just from that little intro what hike this is. Later on in the year I'll be attempting the Bibliman track end to end, over 1,000 kilometers of beautiful trail, starting from Kalamunda here in Perth and finishing all the way on the south coast in Albany. Once again, I've got an awesome friend of mine, Mackenzie Burgoyne, who is looking to join me for this epic hike. We're gonna aim to do it in a reasonably fast time, 20 days or so. We're very early in the planning stages, but I really can't wait to attempt probably the most iconic hike here in Western Australia. One of the best hikes in the world from all reports. Something that I've been looking forward to doing pretty much since I started hiking so many years ago. Stay tuned for some of the prep and planning, as well as all the training that will be inevitably needed upcoming to this hike later in the year. Now, moving away from the trails and into something that is quite foreign to me. My fifth goal for this year is actually the Rotto Channel Swim, and some of you may know that I've just started swim training, really been enjoying it. Just actually started getting into the open water as well, out of the pool, and it's been a challenge, but so much fun. And I thought, why not go for the biggest and the most iconic swim event in Western Australia, the Rotto Channel Swim. If you don't know what that is, it's a swim from Cottesloe Beach in Perth, across the Rotto Channel to Rottnest Island. It's about 20 kilometers long, and it's supposed to be one of the best days out in Perth. I'll be competing with a 4-man team, super stoked to join the legends over at SwimClan at this epic event, and that's in February, which is only a month from now, and probably the first one of these goals I actually knock off the list, which is ironic since I've been swimming for such a little amount of time. But I'm super excited to get in the water, have an awesome day. It's gonna hurt, but really excited, and yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to follow along. We'll be posting up on Instagram and probably on YouTube as well, recording the event and my experience, and yeah, super excited for that. So my last big goal of the year is probably my most ambitious, but also one of the most exciting for me, mainly because it's something that is extremely new to me. I plan to do the Mundi Biddi mountain bike trail this year as well. I've never actually ridden a mountain bike and have pretty limited experience on a road bike as well, so it's something that I'm gonna have to pick up and train hard at, but I'm pretty confident that I can get ready for it towards the end of the year. If you don't know what the Mundi Biddi is, it's 1,000 kilometers, similar to the Bibbulmun track. It actually kind of runs parallel to the Bibbulmun track from Perth to Albany, and it's one of the coolest bike trails in the world. Ever since I've heard people doing it, seen pictures and videos, it's gotten me really excited to take up mountain biking, especially some longer distance mountain biking, and give something that I've never really done a good go, and hopefully complete the longest track in WA. I consider the Bibbulmun, Mundi Biddi and Rottnest Channel Swim to basically be the pinnacle of those three disciplines in Western Australia, and I don't know if anyone has ever done all three in a year before, but if they have, I'd love to hear about it. If not, I'd love to be the first, and it's going to be a big year, a tough year, lots of kilometers, some new things for me as well with swimming and mountain biking, but I'm looking forward to the challenge, and I hope you guys are too. I'll be documenting as much as I possibly can over on my Instagram, other social medias, and of course here on YouTube. So follow along on all those platforms if you want to stay in the loop. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Stay tuned for more YouTube videos coming very soon, and check out some of my previous adventures if you are interested. Love you lots, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers. This video was brought to you by my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in supporting me and what I do here on YouTube, then consider clicking the link in my description, which will take you to my Patreon profile. You can pledge at 3 different tiers and receive some pretty cool rewards. Things like joining our exclusive private Facebook adventure group, get your name in the description of all my YouTube videos as a producer, get behind the scenes looks at my creative process and all my adventures here on YouTube, or even come join me in person on our Patreon only adventures. Thanks so much for your support, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. Have an awesome day.